Hello, I'm Roberto, and we are learning Rust. Also with us here today, like always, where are you?
Luciano,
Right.
hello.
Yay, left or right. If you don't know this channel, in this channel we talk about Rust and technology. You can find a recording of previous stream on YouTube, and if you're watching this on YouTube, we stream every Monday, 6 p.m. Dublin time on Twitch. Today we are going from where we left in the last streaming. We are trying to implement a chatbot for our Twitch channel to then implement some kind of game on top of it. The bot will read the answers that people will write in the chat and assign points based on that. This will go also with some kind of I don't know, Bevy game or any kind of HTML page that is doing the questions. And we will implement some kind of communication, or we do only one application that does both of them, or we implement two applications that then have to speak each other.
Yep.
So, do you want to share your screen to channel so we can see where we are with the code?
Yes. So what we were doing last time, let's start with the main, was something
Yeah.
super simple. We copied an example and slightly modified it. But basically, we were just trying to interact with the chat, the Twitch chat. So connect, read messages, and then do some parsing of the different kinds of messages. I think that will be the first building block. Maybe we will eventually build this as a library that we can reuse in another project. But yeah, that's the main thing we need to be able to do to be able to interact with the chat. So to do that, we are using Tokyo. So it's an async library called WebSocket Lite. And this WebSocket Lite allows you to connect to a specific WebSocket endpoint. And the way that Twitch works is effectively an IRC protocol built on top of WebSockets. So that's the URL. And then you receive messages. Actually, there are a few steps. Initially, you need to request capabilities. Then you need to do some authentication where basically you need to send a token that you generate for your current user using the Twitch CLI. And then send all of that. And at that point, you can give a name to the bot. And finally, you can join a channel. In this case, the channel is the name of the Twitch channel you want to join, the specific chat. And finally, we have here effectively an async iterator. So you have a stream of messages coming in, and for every message, you can do something with it. Here we are just saying message received, or it can also be a ping, or it can be close. And these are all at the WebSocket level. So these are part of the WebSocket protocol. We will see that when we receive a message, so this one, the text, we still need to parse the IRC format message and understand what kind of message is. So this is a WebSocket ping. We will see that there is also a IRC ping. It's kind of a nested protocol.
So yeah, you don't exchange one for the other. The ping for WebSocket is not the ping of ARC, because ARC is created on top of HTTP basically, but a TCP connection, so it's just a textual protocol. Here is just inside of a WebSocket. Lucky for us, we always answer to a message event, so we can have this kind of loop because we are never the one that trigger the messages. So we are never the one sending a messages first. We are getting messages and answer with an action on top, a reaction on top of that. So in that case, we can stay in this loop that is awaiting for a message in the stream. Otherwise, we should add some kind of other thread that is in charge of sending out messages, sharing the VS stream object, and that would be more complicated.
Yeah, hopefully we don't need to do that, but we will see. So what
We'll
we
see.
were doing is basically creating a sub library called parser. And in this parser, what we were trying to do is parse the different kind of messages that we have seen so far. So private message, which is basically somebody sending a message in the channel. Ping, which is when you receive a ping from Twitch, just to make sure that that particular client is still alive. Join, which I think is when somebody joins the channel.
Yeah.
and then part when somebody leaves the channel, and then we can have other messages that we can map here as kind of a raw string if we get anything that we don't understand. So, oh yeah, we have Domenico in the chat. How are you, Domenico? So Domenico is saying that
A lot of stuff.
yeah, I didn't know that Twitch chat was using IRC protocol under the hood. It reminds me back at the time when making IRC bots was the first thing to do to learn how to use the TCP protocol. So now we are doing all of that, but in a more complicated way because it's like
Yeah.
Rust, async, Tokyo, and WebSockets. So
And NOM to parse all of it.
and exactly how to take something simple and make it complicated for no reason. Okay.
Well, first stuff that we were thinking after last stream is that here we can change basically what we did. We created the message type that is containing the message type, and then is also containing fields, but we wanted to do the other way around. Probably we want to create an enumeration message type, and in the single enumeration having a subtype for the single type of row that we can find, the single type of message that we can find.
Yeah, so basically we could attach the data directly into the specific variants of the enum because we realize, okay, this is going to have different data, right? It's not going to have a channel, it's not going to have a user. So no point in trying to stuff all that information into here. And probably we will need to make a bunch of stuff optional. It's not going to be very ergonomic. So it's probably going to be much better if we take all of this and just put it in here.
Yeah, removing the message type because the message type at this point is outside.
So we can remove the message type. And now, of course, our code is going to break because here we need to do. So this guy, rather than producing a message, produces, actually, let's just call this guy a message, right?
Yeah.
And this guy
get rid
produces
of the other
a message,
so
and
we only have one.
Is a message of type priv message.
Okay, now we don't have two types of message.
No, I'm gonna delete this guy here.
Yeah, we have to delete the second one. Cool.
So that should be enough. Actually, we need to update our tests as well. So basically removing this guy, and this is gonna be a message, priv message. Oh, stop there. And let's see if everything still works. It didn't work. Why is that? Let's see. Oh, okay. So they are always public. So they don't need to be explicitly public.
Okay.
Now, why is it complaining? Variant name ends with the enum's name. I guess this is just the protocol.
Variant?
Can we?
Because it's MSG. Because it's go back. MSG of type priv MSG.
But I wonder if we can ignore that. Allow, what is it?
It's not that code. It's something else.
Clippy that. Is it the way you do it? Yeah, cool. Okay, now it's just saying you're never using it, which is fine because really we're never using it.
We are still writing tests.
So here the test, let's run it again. Okay, now it's happy. So we can write the next one, which is the ping.
Ping is easy.
Ping should be relatively easy. Okay, so let's do that. Let's
parse ping.
fn parse ping. We get a message as a string slice, and we are going to be using nom, so we need to do a parser type where the input is a string slice and the output is a message type. Okay, so parse ping, basically ping looks like this.
So we need to have a tag ping.
So the first thing we'll look for is a tag ping. Oh, look at that, beautiful.
Bytes complete tag ping colon.
Sounds
Well, so
reasonable.
we can also take the colon. Yes, the name of the server starts after that, and is the variant. So
Okay, so
should be
what do we
fine.
want to have here? Just server name, right?
Yeah, server name
As a
as a reference
type.
with lifetime A to a string.
Mhm. So now the next stuff is server name.
Until carriage return. Do we have the carriage return inside the string?
I don't know because it's gonna depend how we split. Like you remember, we could receive multiple lines.
But I think MSG is already the server name after line 24 because it's everything else left to parse.
Yeah, exactly. So we already have that.
We already have everything to return our type
Mhm.
I result. So it's an okay of an empty string.
Okay, let's assume that. So basically, what we can say here is server name,
Yeah.
right? And now we return an okay.
Yeah, probably was needed empty, but we can do that. We can do that online in that line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be the empty one.
Yeah.
Ping server name. That should be all right, and we can remove this one.
Now we can write a test. This should be enough.
Meanwhile, we have Tommaso in the chat. Hello, Tommaso. How are you? Today we decided to write Twitch.
Run if he's running. Keep the script running in a terminal with cargo run, so we can see the message in the
I
chat popping
think I
in.
might have that running. No, it did close, but yeah, let's run it again.
Obviously, we will be kicked out after 2 unsuccessful ping because we are still implementing it.
Yeah, we still need to implement the PONG. But as you can see, there is the capability first, then we log in. There is like a banner. This one, you are in a maze of twisty passages. Was it different the last time?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway, then you have message received. So all
Yeah.
these messages. What is this one? This is the join.
I have no idea what is that one.
Okay, this one will be probably parsed out into the other
It's
couple of
another, but
messages.
yeah.
And then this is are all the people that are currently in the channel. And finally, we have you are
One
saying
message of
hi,
chat and Tommaso
then
saying
yeah, Thomas is saying this chat. Yes, this chat, as you can see.
in this chat. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's do the other test. So we want to parse what a ping, and basically what we want to do is copy the ping message that we have here. And if we run parse ping, what we expect is a ping where server name is this guy. Right?
Let's see.
Okay, that was easy. It's working.
Okay, now if we create what is in nom to say this or that, so we can pass a tuple of function of parsers to nom, and there is a way
Yes.
to do any of this. We can now we have 2 of them. We can start creating a function called parse that will just parse everything that it understands, and is returning an order if there is something it doesn't understand, or passing or returning a private message, or returning a ping.
Okay, let's check in the docs. I think this is something we did when we were doing Advent of Code,
Yeah,
but I
we
don't
did it.
remember.
For this reason, I remember that it's possible. I just don't remember the exact syntax.
I think it's one of the
To answer Tommaso in the chat,
combinators.
to answer Tommaso in the chat, yes, we are trying to. The final goal is to have a game while we compile Rust. We will trigger a game. The game will pop some trivia on the screen, so we're impressed with OBS, or pushing down mathematical equations, or coding questions, stuff like that. People in the chat have to answer, and for this reason, we are trying to read the chat. And based if they give the right answer or the wrong answer, they get points. And at the end of a round of games, the chat will tell in the chat, the chatbot will tell in the chat who is the winner of this stupid game.
Yeah, so probably we'll do this in 2 steps. One step is going to be like the basic core functionality to be able to read from the chat.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably wrap it in a library or something like that, and then use it from some other project and add logic to it.
Yes. Let's say that we are trying to do that. It will require some time, but
Okay.
Alt.
So Alt is the one. Ooh, Domenico is asking, have we thought we are going to be hosting the bot? That's a super easy answer. You want to give it, Roberto?
On your laptop?
Exactly. Yeah, it really is going to depend on where we host the UI bit. Because if we are streaming, right now we are streaming from OBS running in my laptop. So we will need to have some kind of overlay that OBS can use. So either it's going to be a remote website and we overlay that, but it's a lot of work that probably we don't need to do if we run a server in the same machine where we run OBS. So that's probably going to be version 1. Then we see if we need to do something a bit fancy.
Yeah, and if it's a Bevy application, can be a Bevy application with a green background. In OBS, you add to the scene the window, you select a chroma key, and that will just be in front of all our streaming, and we see how it works. I mean, if it's nice to see or not. There are multiple options for the UI, basically, but we're still at, we need to be able to read from the chat. That is the baseline.
Exactly.
To
We
do
still
all of
haven't
this.
made up our mind. Okay, so alt is what we need to use. So for instance, if we want to do the actual public, actually, let's call this one parse priv message because.
No, that is the public that.
Oh no, this is the one we need to do. Yes, we just need to make it public.
Yeah, just need to be public because the other one are internal ones.
So it's num. What was it again?
Alt.
The package branch alt.
Branch alt. Yeah.
Branch alt, and basically we can pass the parse ping.
The tuple. Oh yeah, but it's a tuple, so inside round brackets.
Inside addition round brackets, you're right. Is it? Yes. And then we need to pass the input. And this is gonna return us let I guess MSG, whatever is the remaining.
The remaining, call it remaining.
But it should be empty, I guess.
Except if it's other. If it's not empty, it means that it's an other message.
But we will also have a parse other.
We are not creating the other here with an if the remaining is not empty. We are doing that from. Because at that point,
we can do it here. We can do it here the same way.
Is the order that you pass the parameters in that tuple meaningful? I mean, if you pass order as the first parser, it will always match anything because order is matching. In regex is a dot star. So, well, let's try. The test will lead us.
I think we can do it, but let's see.
Yeah, my idea was exactly what Copilot is.
Exactly. Okay. Copilot is listening to you, but my idea was just this. Of course, this could fail, so we probably need a result, but whatever.
How can it can fail in parsing, but other will
Mhm.
always match something.
Yes, I mean, the way we are building it shouldn't fail.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's possible.
so what is it doing here? Message is what?
Should be an okay because it's a parser. So you
Yeah.
return a high result. You're not
So
returning a message.
basically, here for now, we can just do unwrap, I think. That should do it, right? Or not? So
If you
remaining.
wanted to, if you can't destructure it.
I thought I could. Okay, so this one we're not using. So
Let's
what is
send
alt returning? Let's review that.
is returning a result. Is returning the usual result, no?
So here what they're doing is parser ABC.
Ah, you have to unwrap the call, not the MSG.
Okay, so
You
we
have to
need
unwrap
to.
there if you don't care about.
Yes,
Yeah, and
and
then
then
returning just
MSG.
like
Yeah, makes
MSG.
sense.
Okay.
Okay, and this might make sense because we are going to make every parsing step. So we will have a last parsing step, which is always going to parse because it just takes
Yeah.
the string and puts it inside order. So I don't
Yeah.
think there is a case where this might fail.
Okay. Now, if we replace parse MSG, that at that point, yes, if we replace parse MSG in all our tests, they should still pass.
So if we replace parse MSG, yes, which is a better idea actually.
They still should all pass. If we are okay, they are not. No method not found in MSG. Ah, is already an MSG.
Oh yeah, because now that makes sense.
Ah, because we were unwrapping there. Go ahead. Yeah, we are now. We are unwrapping inside the function. Yes,
And
and
now
now you don't have to
we just
destructor
need to.
because yeah.
Okay.
Now let's try again.
Now
Okay,
it's working.
both work.
Okay.
Cool. Now we can go on with
With the
our
other ones
parsers.
should be fairly simple. So what do we want in the join?
There is the
We want the nick,
user. There is the usual nick, the canonical
canonical nick,
name,
and channel.
and the channel. Yes,
So Copilot is smarter than us. Let's do that.
always. The part is
So
identical. It's just
let's do
changing.
here parse. What do we do? We have an extra thing.
Tommaso
Let's
says
have.
something that I don't know how to do. Could be nice to create a macro for testing purposes.
Oh yeah, I don't know either.
I have no idea how to create a macro in Rust.
Probably we can ask Copilot nicely, and it will do it.
Please, Copilot, write me a macro.
Look at that parse join. Okay, is this what we want?
Let's tab. Let's see what is happening.
Oh my god!
YOLO,
I'm
only
gonna
do.
retire. It didn't even figure out. Look at this. I'm gonna copy paste. It's slightly different in a weird way, but it's close enough. This is when Copilot gets dangerous.
Yeah, but I think the parser. Let's review the parser.
Okay,
A
let's see the
colon.
parse. We need a column. Then we
A
have
nick until we find a question mark.
which
Then
is
we
correct.
take the question mark.
Oops. Then we take the question mark,
Then we take stuff until we find a space.
which is here, yeah, and this is
Then
the
we take a
canonical.
space, a join, and a sharp. That is the tag.
Mm-hmm.
What is left? No, that one is broken.
This
The
part
channel
here
name.
doesn't make sense, yeah.
No, that one is broken because the channel is already everything left in message.
Here.
Yeah, and Copilot is dangerous because of this.
Yeah, and
Because
by the way, I think
95% of stuff are fine, but the last 5% is.
what kills you.
I don't know
think
where it found a colon again in his mind, but well.
okay, so that should work. By the way, I think
And
there
then
should
the
be
let in line 35 is useless. I mean,
oh
you
yeah.
can inline that string like we did in the other in the ping.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem of
We did that in ping. If we want to keep consistency of style in the code base, Copilot is not keeping consistency of style.
So let's add the parse join and let's add a new test.
So Tommaso was saying something like test parse text message ping that create the test for you. At least you can avoid the copy and paste in the test. I suppose there are a lot of tests you want to write, but well, lot, at least 5.
Yeah, for now let's keep it simple.
So now, for now, you like your copy and paste. Okay, cool.
Oh, I see
Another stuff.
what Tommaso means.
Copilot is not is making copy and paste less painful.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you do that more and you structure your code less.
Which is not necessarily a good thing, right?
No, not always.
Okay,
Because
so
when you have to change 20 function that Copilot wrote for you, Copilot is not doing that for you. You have to do that. Remember that they are 20. Instead, if you wrote one function called 20 times with a different parameters, you change the stuff only once. So watch out, guys.
it's not figuring out all the stuff.
And the channel
Let's
is
see.
Lloyd.
Okay, this one should be reasonable. Okay, it's
Yay.
working. Now, one thing I wanted to say before is that I think in NOM, like one easy way to break this is to do something like this, blah, right? And now it's just gonna create a channel Lloyd space blah, which is not
That, I mean,
correct.
yeah, but the test is wrong.
No, but I think here we should have, I guess, a better way.
I mean, that message, IRC will never send you that message
That
by
is true.
protocol.
We can assume that, but I don't know if we want to be more defensive.
By protocol, that should never happen. And if it happens, it will go.
In the order.
No, it will give you that as a channel name, Loige, blah.
Exactly.
That will
That's the thing.
make no sense.
And I think in NOM there is a way to say
It's not going
that,
to give exception. It's just going to give you a message join with a channel that doesn't make sense. But because ARC sent you a message that doesn't make sense. So
okay, sounds good. But yeah, I guess the alternative would be to do some kind of not necessarily regex because it's not a regex, but to say what are the characters that can be accepted by a channel and to have a mini parser for that. And just make
for
sure that
channel
the
name,
last bit is the channel
we
name.
should look in the RC specification. What are the
Or I think those are like
characters?
just Twitch usernames. So whatever
So
is
we
that.
know that there is no question mark and the usual underlines, dashes, no spaces.
But yeah,
Well,
let's
anyway,
just keep it as a to do.
yeah. Part is basically copy and paste of join. Do we want to make a function
Actually,
taking a parameter?
yeah, we could probably do that.
Can we make that a part? Can we make the join also parse apart? Is that possible? And then give you a join if it's a join, and give you a part if it's a part?
I think so.
And also, I'm starting to see a pattern. The stuff, the nick and the canonical nick are always the same. We can write a parser for that in front of all the the other two. Okay, we can make stuff more complicated. Let's just
Okay, let's do this.
yeah, let's start
So
with this.
here we need to do an alt, which is either a join or a part, right?
Yeah.
So we need to do an alt of this.
You didn't imported it, so you are doing a nom dash dash branch.
Yeah, that's another
Sorry,
thing we can optimize, to be honest.
nom colon colon branch colon colon alt, if you want to make it work.
Yeah, I don't know if it's should we do it now?
Is in branch, is not in
No, but I'm just gonna remove all of this, all the tags for now.
Okay.
And then alt, we can import it. Come on. Good. And we can say either tag join or tag part.
How do we tell which one was of the two?
Because now we will have it here.
There we will have the channel name.
We will
No,
have
we
the
are.
channel name.
No, that is the tag. It will be not there. It will be in the underline.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to assign that to something.
So
That
this
is
we call
join
it
or part.
action, I guess.
Yeah, action.
And are we missing a parenthesis here? What's the problem?
Yes, before the message there.
Okay. So here, basically, what we need to say, if action equal part, then
Yeah, that.
do that.
Why Nick cannot? I mean, we added to the num the parameters.
No, otherwise we
No.
do that. Okay. So we need to add the same values there. Okay. Okay, Tommaso is giving us lots of macro stuff. Let's see if we get to try that today. Something like test parse, text message being. Yeah, fair enough. It could help us with. I have no idea how to write macros, so maybe something we can do the next time, but I can see the value, basically what you're
Or we can
suggesting.
shame ourselves and try that live.
Also that. Okay, so here.
Guess what I'm Googling.
Here we have an
Now,
invisible character. Why this is not just a space?
isn't a space that one? Bah, well, magic. Cool. We added that parser to our chain in the
We
main
need to add it
parser.
to our chain, parse join or part.
Yeah, and now we need the other one.
And now we need to do a test. So I'm gonna copy paste this one. Again, copy paste, sorry.
Okay, every time you copy and paste, you have to say sorry.
Sorry.
We need Eugen back in the streams.
Okay, that should do it, right? Tag, what did we do? That didn't work with tag. Oh yeah, Why did it do it this way?
Why? What happened there?
Oh, I think when I did
The replace, you replaced even the import.
yes.
Yeah, num byte complete tag. Okay,
Okay.
let's try again.
Let's try again. Run all the tests. Okay, this time
And
we
they
are.
are all green. Cool. How many terminal do you want? Oh God, Tommaso sent you a link.
Cool. I'll not gonna open it right now, but let's see where we get today. Okay, the last thing we need to do is the order, right? So fn
That
parse
should be. I don't
order.
have the chat.
Look at that. Message string, iResult, message is okay, message order message. That's what we want.
Yeah. Now, my question is alt is processing the parser in order. So
Yes.
the first parser that match is the winner. So we have to remember to keep order at the end of that list. Otherwise, it's
That's
going to
my
always there.
understanding.
That otherwise, oh, we can test it. If we put it first, it's always order.
Exactly. Yeah, we can easily break. Because I think the first one that matches, the first one that doesn't fail, basically, is winning. Parse other, and we had an example in our terminal. So let's take that particular example.
Okay, we didn't answer into the ping and we were throw away.
Yep.
There was that
This guy here,
thief,
right?
yeah, whatever it is, with the equal as an action. Loija equal Loija, yeah, it happens.
And also, what is the number 353366?
I think this is the output of the slash names, the command of IRC. I have remembering of it. When you want to have the names of the people in the server or in the channel, in the
Okay.
channel. But well, anyway, nothing that we should care about, in my opinion.
So other, do we keep it?
Yeah, we keep also the string.
Should we do it as an object just in case? And we just say MSG, just to keep it a bit
Okay.
more consistent.
Yes.
And now
Change line 171. Otherwise,
this is other, and then MSG
is the same.
is this one. Okay, is it gonna work? Not a
No.
value. Expected value found struct. What?
Where we create it still the old way. Line
Oh
36.
yes, good catch. And now
Okay.
this
Now we're
MSG
getting.
is this one, so everything should make sense.
Okay. Now is an okay.
Cool. Let's do that other refactoring you wanted to do, the parse username. Right?
Yeah. I am also curious. Can you just try to put parse order as the first element of the tuple, so we crash all the tests except the last one?
Yes.
Sorry if I'm curious like a monkey, but
It's a good thing to be curious. So let's run
run
all
all
of
of them because the last one is still going to pass. Failed. Okay,
Did it
because it
fail
gave
also the
you.
last one? No, right?
Well,
One
because
passed for failed, yes.
yeah, there is the diff of the failing.
So it's
Left is not
other
in.
compare join, for instance.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense. Okay, so it's going in order. So we have to remember to keep parse order always the last one if we add the support for more types. I don't think we will need to add support for more types, but who knows?
Okay, so Tommaso is asking it doesn't understand why in alt you put tag and not parse function. In alt at the end, right? Now this is the test.
In the joiner part, you mean?
Parse MSG, this one. Also, we can remove this.
No, I think I was referring to the parse or join, part or join or part. We put the tag there in line 45.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why we put the tag is that because at this point we can find or one or the other. But we will always find or one or the other if we are here. Then, based on the action, we tell apart which one we found. And in channel is everything else left in the string.
Yes, that makes sense. So hopefully it's clear. Okay, the other thing we wanted to do is fn parse username.
Nick and canonical names, so parse names or nicks.
Nick, I guess. What it returns? Let's return a tuple of string.
Yeah, is wrong. Is parsing not enough? Is not parsing the canonical name?
Let's copy what we have.
Line 51.
Do we need this column here? No, right?
It's already there.
Is it considered part of that username, in your opinion?
No, it's part of the protocol.
Okay, so we only want this bit here.
Mm-hmm. No, but you just have to take line 51 and copy it after 38.
51. But we also want this part here, the nick, right? Nick and
It's already in line 37.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me do some cleanup.
You need line 51. Oh god, you jump
Complete.
around.
Sorry, my OCD is kicking in. Okay, clean up there. So we want to do. Sorry, let me go back up here.
Line 51 or 52.
51 and 52.
No, only 51. Sorry,
only 51.
Take 51. Cool. Now we return the tuple with nick and canonical nick.
This one is remainder. Okay, I have some missing parentheses there. And now what we want to do, basically we can replace this code wherever we find it with parse nick. Right?
Yes. Except in parse nick.
Yeah,
in parse nick, you have to keep it.
It's not exactly the same, but there we can definitely do it. So basically all this code is going to become let msg and then nick and canonical nick, all of that.
Yeah, and the only other stuff there is to parse the command itself.
And we have the same thing somewhere else there.
In the private message.
Do we have it anywhere else? No.
No, I don't think so.
Should we run the tests?
Cool.
Nice. Good refactoring. So what do we want to do next? Implement the PONG?
Yeah, but it's better to implement the PONG.
So what could be a good way to do that?
I mean, for now we have to do that in the we can go back in the main and parse the message, because now we are not using parser, we just wrote the
right
tests.
Yes, So let's start to do that. So here
There is
we
that to
want
do.
to
Pass
pass
the
the
message
message.
and do something
So,
useful. Message, let message equal.
And what is the input? This is the input.
M as text unwrap, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, we do have a debug, right?
Now we can do a match.
Wasn't it? Oops.
Oops.
Wasn't it like this?
It's about to explode.
I don't remember how to do the debug print. Like this, okay. Now parse message could not find it because it needs to be imported. Okay, and now we can print it, and now we can do a match MSG. We can say
If it's a ping,
let's import MSG as well. Use create parser pass message. We also want MSG. So now we can say MSG ping server name, and then everything else we just ignore for now. So PONG payload format PONG that with server name. That sounds interesting. WS stream send could work.
text. Okay, await. So here we are blocking while we send. What is complaining about?
You seem to be trying to use match for the structuring a single pattern. Use if flat. Fair enough.
Okay, we will add more. Man your own business.
Can you do the refactoring? Quick fix. Fill matching arms. Okay. Is that better? I don't know. No, I don't like
To
it.
do is not going to panic, right? Okay.
It will, yes.
So no, thank you.
So if let MSG ping this.
Yeah, but keep it. We have to do other stuff if we found other message. You can keep the match because we will do something with it.
Okay, so let's do this. How was the thing?
Let's try something. Add a reaction to the join. So when we find a join, we say hi. Nothing else.
Oh yeah, now how do we say hi? We need to construct a specific protocol message to say hi, right?
Yes, that IRC. I did it once. I don't remember. But start writing a match for MSG join.
Also, Tommaso has a very good comment there, and he's probably right. He's expecting more than one line, so we probably need to do a split there, but let's see.
The message, yes, it's happening that the message M can be multi-line. M as text unwrap can be multi-line.
So should we do for
we have to parse
line.
every single line, every single line.
Actually,
you have to put that before the let, and all of this should be inside a loop.
So let's just do let SG equal this or text
for line in.
For line in text lines. What we do is all of this where we parse line and all of this close there. Makes sense. And here we wanted to add something to MSG, join. WS stream.send. Look at that. Let's see if this makes sense. Private message.
With MSG, the channel.
This is the channel. Is that correct? Let's see. Here we have an example of a message, right?
Yeah, it seems no, it seems correct. I was looking at the ERC protocol. No, it's different. It's not exactly the same because you are identified. You see, after the colon there is all the message. So the message is high and is sent to the channel. So it seems correct to me, to be honest.
But why it's not like that? Why it doesn't have the full canonical thing?
Because you're already identified as a user when you did the login. So you know,
Okay.
the IRC server knows who you are.
Let's try that then. Now, why the match is not missing the match army? Yeah, we still need a default, which doesn't have to do anything.
Sorry, for some reason my watch started talking to me. Sorry.
Okay. Now, to do unlooking message, to do parse, all of that.
Tommaso was saying that the message that you receive can be splitted in chunks in the streaming, in the WebSocket stream. Yes, that is true. With very long messages, it can happen. We will look at it. I think for now this is not bulletproof, but is working.
Yeah, oh, I see what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a lot of data, you can see that you receive 2K of data, but your message is ending at 3K, so you get the 2K. That is not the full message. You have still to wait for to have the other chunks, and then you split by lines, or you wait for a carriage return at the end of all of it.
Yeah, I wonder if this is something that is managed by this
I don't know. It can be that the library does that for you. I'm not sure what
we need
the
to double
WebSocket
check.
Lite. Yeah.
Okay, should we rerun
should
and
send,
see?
Yeah, somebody should send a 2 kilobyte of text in the chat. Also depends on Twitch. Limits, not limit. Okay, we are not
message
using
received. So who wants to send? Oh, look at that. Hi, Lloyd. So I'm saying hello to myself.
Yeah.
A bit stupid.
So if I go away, so if I close Twitch, so in theory I'm not in Twitch anymore, and I go back into Twitch, I should join the channel again. No?
Let's see. Maybe you need to stay away for a while. Oh yeah, there you are.
But this is okay. Let's try to close the
saying hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see the part message, so it might take a while for you to part.
I try to close completely the application.
Okay, so we have more messages there. This is the list of users.
Yay, I mean, and I get the I. Yeah, every now and then ERC can tell you that people joined the channel even if they are already in. It can happen.
Now I wonder if we add an at before the nickname, do you get an actual mention?
Oh.
We can easily try that, right?
Try that.
Meanwhile, let's see if we get the ping as well and if that works. So, okay, we don't need the canonical.
I'm closing Twitch, so I get sent out.
Oh, do you need to, when you do this destructuring, do you need everything? That's interesting.
So can we ignore that variable or not?
I think there should be a way to ignore it. Maybe it's canonical nick, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Underline?
A bit annoying. And then what did we say we wanted to do? We wanted to send hi with a at there, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it will work or if there is some special syntaxes to do citation. I remember what was the Slack IRC protocol, because Slack supported IRC back in the days and I was using it.
Okay,
You had
let's
to wrap the name inside something like an HTML tag to be able to do the citations to
mhm.
cite somebody.
Okay, I got
But that was not IRC protocol. That was a Slack protocol on top of IRC.
yeah, I think in Twitch at least we are seeing the names with kind of a different background. So I hope that people are getting notified.
No, I don't think. I no. We have to. Probably there is some kind of magical tag, not just at.
But it looks different, at least in the chat. Like graphically, it's
Yes.
different. Then I don't know if there is a notification or something.
Yeah, it's different. I don't see that different. But well, and the sender is you because we authenticated with your user. If you remember that we tried to use
Mm-hmm.
the application and we failed miserably. Then you
Yeah.
had to do the stuff with the URL, but then the token that you have is your user token, not a
Mm-hmm.
machine token.
Okay, now we just need to wait for the ping and see what happens.
Yes, part. I went away. It's not true. I'm still here, but okay.
That's interesting.
Then leave it run a while because ping is not that often. So
Yeah, you see
now.
that the original message is only an at when you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it from the web with the autocomplete when you want to quote somebody.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but he's bold. It seems to be bold in the chat. Instead, when the script sends it, it doesn't seem bold. Okay. Which IRC chat?
Wait, are we printing still when we receive the ping? Maybe that's why we're not seeing it anymore. Yeah, we
In
always
theory,
print message received. Okay.
we in theory will debug everything.
So how long does it take for a ping to arrive?
A while.
Okay, Tommaso, meanwhile you can fire away 2 kilobytes of text there
Yeah, and crash our
and
poor
see
bot.
if we break everything.
But well, break no, because we will get the other intercepting it. So okay, join is called quite often and is telling us stuff continuously.
Yeah, we need to do a smarter
Yeah,
way of.
I mean probably that can be done with the Twitch APIs, but here we are just using the IRC protocol.
Okay, let's generate a lorem ipsum. How many paragraph? 5. Let's try with
1
1.
million.
Oh, there is a 500 character limit. That's it. Yeah, the limit is 500, so 200 works. Cool. So the ping is not happening anymore. I don't know why. Maybe because we are looking at it.
Yeah, we are looking at it. Because we are sending stuff. We are sending messages. Before the bot was silent.
Right.
Now the bot is sending stuff. That is enough to not make it. No, there was a ping. There.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Ping.
Cool. I don't know if we send PONG.
We did send
Probably.
something, but we're not debugging what we send.
No, we just debug what we get, not what we send. Anyway, it's working.
Oh, ping is because it's lowercase. This guy is case sensitive. Okay, now there is a ping there. Yeah, we have
It's
only
case
one.
sensitive. Okay. I was not aware it was case sensitive. Good question. Can we send commands?
Like slash something.
Yeah.
Try.
No, I mean from the bot.
Good question.
Well, no.
I think there was a capability for that. Wasn't there at the beginning when we were looking at capabilities?
It's true. We don't have. Okay, now we're reading the chat here and not on the. No, it's better to read the chat there. It's more readable. Anyway, we are a good point for today. Do we want to do other or
I
we
think
call it a
so.
day?
Yeah, I was also seeing that if I do a slash something, I just did an announcement. If you look at the chat, which is kind of a highlighted message, and it's not even showing here, so there is some kind of other protocol, I guess.
For the special stuff, yeah. But well, for what we want to do is just reading the chat, reading what people write in chat. So this is more than enough. We can tell who wrote what, and that was our goal with this piece of code.
Yeah, maybe one thing that we could do next time is to figure out an easy interface that also wraps all the WebSocket magic. And maybe we just have a callback, something like on message. What do you want to do?
And
then
also where Tommaso is saying yes, yeah. Who, but well, we are just joining this channel, so the where is this channel.
Oh, we have a couple of questions. How does it work with threads? And the answer is
I think we will find out.
we will find out, but basically the simple version of that is we use Tokyo, so it's async. So yeah, it can use threads, but it can also be single thread. It's like, yeah.
Just to think of the library that we want to expose from this before closing the stream. You were thinking, okay, we expose a library. You call an init function of the library passing a callback. We will call the callback that you provide every time we see a message from a user in the chat. Then that library should also provide a function to send a message at any moment back to the WebSocket, to the VS Stream object. So basically we are parsing this main that will not be a main anymore. It will become something that is inited. Here we have a main loop, if you scroll a little bit, that basically is a while true. So while there is something, process it. That should run while the application that is calling this library is doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we taught you that this is not a problem.
No, shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So
basically we replace this bit here with calling the callback. Hey, Zuz58,
not for
thank you
the
for the follow.
probably not for the join. We replaced that with the message, brief message, how it was. How is called it?
Yeah, basically all this bit here will be call whatever callback was configured with the message as a parameter.
Yeah, when the original software, the main of the new piece of code will init this library
Exactly, yeah.
through a new, probably we will provide a class struct with a new implemented in top of it, and as a parameter you have to provide me a callback that will call that with message colon msg colon priv msg.
Yeah, that could be one way, I guess. Oh yeah, Domenico is also clarifying his question, which I didn't understand at the beginning, but it basically means threaded replies, not threads as in process threads.
Okay, sorry.
So I think it's very dumb. Like, for instance, I'm gonna reply to you here, right? Saying I don't know. Okay, now I understand. And I think I don't think it shows anything. It just does a tag there. Even though if you look at the UI, there is a reference to the original thing. Now I don't have the UI here on the screen, the chat UI, but for people watching on Twitch, they should see that I am replying to a specific message and not just writing this random
On
stuff.
the phone, I'm not seeing that, but could be the phone.
That's interesting.
Also, probably the UI of the phone is more limited than the one on the website.
Okay, so yeah, it's a bit weird because it looks like Twitch is following the IRC protocol, but they add stuff on top of it, and the way this additional stuff is implemented is not really clear to us yet. But for what we want to do, it doesn't
I was
really
looking
matter.
if there was some documentation. I found nothing, but probably Twitch documentation that is not super clear around it. But well, again, for what we want to do, Tommaso was saying that VS Stream is not clonable. You can't send it to the callback. No, but what we're saying was keeping in the struct that will represent our library the AWS stream. And when somebody wants to send a message, they give the message to the library that has the VS stream as private, and it will call it. So the owner of the stream is the object created from the library.
Yeah, something will call like chat client or something like that. And then it will have a method on message, maybe.
7 bullet left us. The ping was there, so yeah. Every
We
now and
got
then
3
it's sending
pings, so I think we're good. We implemented the PONG, correct?
Yeah, before at the second ping was throwing us out because we were not answering. Now we are answering, so everything is good. Cool.
Okie dokie. So should we call it a day for today?
Yeah, I think so. So let's wrap it up. You can find the recording on YouTube. The link is on Twitch in the About section. If you're watching this on YouTube, we do live streaming on Twitch every Monday, 6 p.m. Dublin time. Make sure to check the Twitch link in the YouTube description. Give us a follow so that you can be notified. Feel free to leave us open comments, put requests, swear at us because we are not good enough, and so on. Everything is well accepted, even the swearing, so we can learn some new ones. We are trying to learn Rust, so don't expect our solution to be the most clean or more idiomatic ones. If you know better ways of doing stuff, let us know. And if you want to write a macro for the test, please do. Or we will try to do that the next time.
in a bit, but Definitely.
Yeah, probably we will do the macro next time if we find out how to do that. Thank you for all the collaboration in the chat. Also, this is a meta chat because is the chat we are showing the chat while working on the chat. It's quite funny. So, are we going to write somebody?
Yes. So hello everyone and have fun. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.